Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to be talking about the brand new Pinocchio movie. No, not that movie. I'm talking about the brand new Pinocchio movie by Benicio del Toro. But before I get into it, please subscribe to this channel. Ring that bell icon to be notified when I post new videos. Also hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. Pardon me, I'm a little bit congested. But anyway, in this video I want to talk about the new Granted, there's no such thing at this point as a brand new Pinocchio movie. I think we've had 3 Pinocchio movies this year alone. And many of you may not watch these movies, and there are times when I do, whenever I just feel like watching something lighthearted. But when it comes to this particular movie, it's vastly different to a degree from the the new one by Disney, and incredibly just so vastly different from the other one. So when it comes to this particular Benicio del Toro iteration, it's definitely got the elements of most of the movies that he's done, of kind of hopeless combined with a small spark of hope in the distance. And it continues, and that spark of hope continues to grow as you progress into the story. So if you haven't seen this movie, there's going to be some spoilers ahead. So just to let you know. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and continue. In this movie in particular, you have the story of Geppetto and the basics of how he, created Pinocchio. He lost his son in this movie. He loses a child during World War II, during the time of the Nazis basically taking hold over Europe. And essentially, you have this entire dark storyline of him losing his child while creating, basically they show Geppetto very different from, you can see the progression, or really the regression of his character. He starts off as this symbol of the town. Everyone loves him. He's seen as the town's best citizen. He's doing the best that he can with what he's got. He is the world's best carpenter, basically. And so essentially, you have this Geppetto who has hope. He has the love of his child. He has the love of Jesus in his heart. He is very compassionate towards others. He's loyal. Everything's doing great. Everything's going well for him. But then a bomb drops into his life, and he loses a child. His child is taken from him in such an abrupt way. I was honestly shocked, and I nearly cried. I don't cry. I don't cry often, that is. So this movie honestly it took me by surprise in this part in particular. Granted, it's very much like the books or the original book of every version or every iteration that I've read that are the original versions of Pinocchio has the more dark tale than the originals of the movies. It's not the original. It's very vastly, the books are different from the movies, and this movie kind of has the look and feel of some of the books from the past. And honestly, I was kind of surprised by that, but they did well. In fact, I actually like the animation. The animation itself is very charming. It has a kind of a stop motion feel to it. I think it probably was stop motion. I could be wrong. But when it comes to this movie, I was honestly surprised. I was honestly shocked because of the fact that they didn't just stick to the basic plot of a Pinocchio movie. And not only that, he learns his lesson. He learns as he grows, like most Pinocchio movies, unlike the other one. But this particular movie, they make sure to keep that lesson growing as he continues to age. And actually, I should say he never ages, but as he grows as a boy, eventually you would expect him to become a real boy, but he doesn't. In fact, it's quite the opposite. They embrace the idea of immortality over, becoming a real boy, mortal, and all that. Now, there is a moment where it looks like he's going to become mortal, and because he sacrifices himself to save his father. But in the end, he does not become mortal, and he does not become a real boy. So Pinocchio's talking cricket friend is actually played by none other than Ewan McGregor. So I was honestly shocked that they actually got him involved in this movie, and it made the movie a lot more charming to begin with. It added to the story, and it just made it more fun. In fact, every character in this is particularly played by some of the best casts that I've seen. I mean, you have Candlewick played by Finn Wolfhard. Actually, no, I've never heard of him. But you have Ron Perlman playing Podesta. Geppetto is played by David Bradley. And then you have Tilda Swinton actually in this movie. It's kind of shocking. I'm looking at the cast list. One second. Kate Blanchett playing Spazzatura. And you Count Volpe played by, this is the interesting part, Christoph Waltz. Christoph Waltz. He actually played Count Volpe. I could recognize the voices, and I was kind of shocked. I didn't look into the cast beforehand because of the fact that I don't usually do that. I just kind of watch movies. Anyway, then you have Dottore played by John Turturro. I hope I'm saying these names correctly, by the way. I don't look up these actors' names. Congestion. Sorry. Anyway, whenever I was looking at this movie, I went into it kind of half-heartedly, wanting to watch it. I mostly just wanted something fun to watch. You have the recent Pinocchio movie done by Disney Plus. The movie itself, with that particular one, it lacked heart. There's something behind it that it was lacking. And this one definitely captured the heart of Pinocchio. And in the end, it's very surprising. Mainly because at the end, Pinocchio he remains immortal, watches his loved ones pass away, but instead of losing hope, he continues to live on. He continues to love to love those that he's lost. He remains with them. And it's honestly a really great story. So I suggest if you do like this movie, or you do want to see this movie, you should check it out for yourself. But I will say this. There's been so many Pinocchio movies, and honestly what I didn't like about it was with this particular one, it lacked not really lacked, I'd say it lacked the polish of a typical Pinocchio, where he didn't look typical of a well-carved puppet, but it fits the storyline so well. You have this Pinocchio was created in a drunken stupor. It's going to be imperfect, and that's kind of honestly one of the things I enjoyed about it. But the fact is, the story in particular is a lot darker than most, but it becomes hopeful, and it becomes warm and loving, and it definitely is one of those stories that you have to watch all the way through and really enjoy it and absorb it. But it's not like it's some impressive movie. It's another Pinocchio movie, naturally. So take my words with a grain of salt. It's just something that I want to talk about. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to this channel if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. Also, ring the bell icon to be notified when I post new videos. Oh, and please share with your friends to help this channel grow. Anyway, see you next time. Goodbye.